Good morning. Saturday, August 10th, 2024. I'm Larissa. It's my video diary. I hurt again this morning. Yesterday, I got a couple boxes packed up, but I can't move things by myself. And it's just really upsetting. It's just really upsetting. There's some fake note taped to my door. Somebody I don't know who the fuck it is. Oh, we're so sorry to see you go. I'm like, and we is underlined. I'm like, who the hell are you? I don't even know. So sorry. Because I have a note on the inside, taped on the inside of my window saying I'm moving. Nobody's sorry to see me go. Right? I don't understand the fakeness. Right? Nobody's sorry to see me go. Right? If anybody were sorry about me leaving, I wouldn't have been treated the way I've been treated. Right? So. I have to wonder right now how much of the physical pain am I having is being influenced by just the amount of stress that all of this situation is causing, right? Packing everything up and moving and uprooting everything and just, totally fucking with what my schedule and my work is. Like I'm just right. I've been living in isolation since before the pandemic. And because I get treated so awful, I'm just like, I don't know why. I don't know why I get treated so terribly. It's like, I must be a horrible person. That everybody, that it's like consensus that everyone treats me like shit. So, not everyone. Every now and then. But it's hard because then when I do run into somebody who doesn't treat me like shit, it's like I'm waiting. I'm like always waiting. Because it always starts out, okay, and then everything goes to shit. So there has to be I was telling Omar last night, we were sitting out in the front patio and just looking at the property and everything, and it's just like I can't even enjoy it. All I see when I look out at that yard is dollar signs of what needs to be done. And it's pretty, but like, who cares? Right? And living here has been so fucking miserable. It really has been. You know? The first 6 months were great. The first 6 months when I was still, optimistic and hopeful and hopeful of like making friends. Like we haven't we don't have any friends. And it really, like, so shortly after we moved in, the pandemic happened, and so you couldn't go anywhere, couldn't meet anyone, and now everything is so fucking weird, right? And there's always some weirdo who is like threatening, like, the pandemic's not over, oh my god, and it's just like, whoa. People are just mean now. Like the human standard is that people are just mean. Oh, well, I'm gonna try to sit up. I was sitting up before. It hurt, and this is the other thing. Like when I lay my back, this arm has to be up. If I I can't put my arm down. No, let me see if I can sit up. There, let's sit up. Oh. Ugh. Yeah. That spot in my back. Yeah. See, it's comfortable if I sit like this, but that's just weird. Can't go through life with my arm sitting on top of my head like this. No. Yeah. Brody's outside the door, sliding around. Maybe my cup of tea is coming. I hope my cup of tea is coming, because it helps. Maybe he'll rub some Chinese snake oil on my back. Oh, is there tea? Will you put some Chinese snake oil on my back, please? Mm-hmm. Hey, Mr. Brody. Hey, Brody. Oh. Down a little further. Oh. Thank you. All right. Close the door if you're taking him. Thank you. That's like the most human contact I get. Unless I pay to get a massage, but that's like not the same thing, right? It's like that's like medical treatment. Yeah. Ooh. It's like right. Oh, that spot It's that spot where that muscle tore or whatever that was. It was down underneath. Ooh, the tea's hot. It's dribbling out of my mouth. Yeah. What do I want? I want an honest relationship. I want a friend to have lunch with every now and then. Someone to talk to. And I don't mean like a therapist. You know, I don't really hear from people when they want money from me. I remember watching an interview clip one time with Henry Rollins and him talking about how he didn't have any friends, that he just had people he paid. And I was like, oh, that sucks. I kind of feel that way about my life. Right? I have zero joy. And anytime I do have something that is bringing me joy, people have to destroy it. It's like, oh, look at that. Larissa's enjoying something. Let's ruin it. Let's ruin it, because she's not allowed to have any kind of pleasure in her life. Let's make sure that she's just miserable. That's the way I feel about the gallery. Right? I think there was my answer for my answer to, people breaking into my house and stealing my work. And it's like, okay, huge investment. There's this woman yesterday. I really didn't want to talk to anybody. This woman's got this tiny little dog. And her dog's in the calendar. And she bought one calendar. That's fine. She bought one calendar. But that's all that she's bought from me. And has never been supportive in any other way of my business, right? And buying one calendar isn't doing much of anything for me, right? So I see her yesterday, and her dog wants to say hi, because the dogs all do. And she's like, oh, I saw your door. I'm so sorry. What happened? I'm like, well, if you saw my door, you read what it said. She's like, what happened? I'm like, what do you mean, what happened? And she has a face full of, like, fresh plastic surgery, right? Like, I haven't seen her about 3 weeks. I'm like, oh, okay, now I know why. You had a whole bunch of work done on your face and had to let the bruises heal up before you would go out, right? So I'm like, I didn't have anything nice to say to her. And I didn't want to talk to her at all. And she's like, oh, well, where are you going? You have to tell us so we can follow you. I'm like, and do what? Walk your dog in front of my door? And wave in the window? Like, I'm not your neighbor. I'm a downtown business. And you've done nothing to financially support my business. I'm paying so that you can live on Sesame Street? It's just the entitlement of the people. you know, and they're surprised that I am not overjoyed to be paying to support their little fantasy land, right? I mean, I, I, I don't know. Yeah. You know, it's, what do you, there's nothing you can say. There's nothing I can say. The only things I wanted to say were not nice, right? Would have probably made her cry, which might have made me feel good in that moment, right? Like, that might have been satisfying to see her fucking cry. But why spend my energy on that, right? You know? Why spend my energy on that? The obnoxious vegan clientele from the vegan bakery is going to be there today out front. I have to listen to her over there. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, thank you. I was like, oh my God. Take my picture for my social media. Look at how amazing my life is. I'm going to the vegan bakery. Yay. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And who the hell knows what they're going to be concocting over there that's going to burn the inside of my face. And it's, I know it's not, that's not their fault that I have that food sensitivity. I get it. That's why I don't like go over and bitch at them. But I'm allowed to talk about my discomfort. And it's so, listening to what the conversations that some of the people like waiting outside have while they're waiting for their vegan food, for their vegan bakery. And I'm just like, oh my God. Yeah, oh, it's mind numbing. It's mind numbing. Yeah. When they're talking about, how healthy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, whatever is in that is burning the inside of my face. Whatever the chemical is that's off-gassing. So you could avoid egg whites. Like, just don't eat it. Just don't eat it, right? Like, oh. Oh. I feel like that muscle might snap again. Because the discomfort that I'm having is very similar to the days before it snapped last time. And if I have to spend another 3 months laying on my back, that's going to be fucked up. Oh my God. I'm not sure Omar's going to be able to take that, right? Like, if I have to lay on my... That was so hard. He doesn't have the time in the day to be doing everything that needs to be done. Like... But who cares? I don't count. I'm not a person that counts. I'm not a person that matters. Nope, not Larissa. Larissa does not matter. Anyway, drink my tea. Yeah, I'm laughing so I don't cry. It hurts. No. Mm. Anyway. Anyway.